Hey everyone, this is Charmaine from Fantastic Crafts. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Today we're going to be doing a New Year card. I know, it's already approaching the New Year. I am so amazed. The year has just blown by, and I can't believe we are approaching 2018. So to celebrate it, I decided I wanted to make a Celebrate 2018 card. So I simply started with a few stamp sets, one of May's stamp set, then another from Simon Says Stamps, and another one from May. And I will have all the stamp set names in the description box below. To begin, I started with the Simon Says balloon stamp set. I took one of the largest stamps, the balloon stamps, and then I took my Stampin' Up! Ink in Rich Raspberry, and then I stamped this a few times. Now I only wanted to write out 2018 in the balloons, but so I needed only 4 balloons, but I always have fun stamping, so I just do a few extra just in case I mess up. So once I had that completed, I wanted to make a background for this card. So I just simply took 3 sizes of stars, one largest, one medium, and one small. And I went to town just stamping. This is where I played, and I wanted to really do it on a craft background because I don't really play with craft colored cardstock, and so I wanted to kind of go out of my comfort zone. So I always, to make any kind of background, I start with the largest stamp first. Then I go in with the medium stamp, and then to fill in any gaps, I just simply go in with the smallest stamp possible and just fill it in anywhere I think there should be, or anywhere I think there's an empty spot. Now you can just let this air dry or wait about 15 minutes, but I didn't have that much time, so I went with my Marvy heat tool and I just dried that just so it would be completely dry when I went to emboss it. After I dried that, I also used my anti-static powder to just make sure my embossing would pop and it wouldn't go anywhere else on the balloon. So I went ahead and I just used that. And I'm not the biggest fan of this particular embossing buddy, so I like to really go over it well. But yeah, it's not my favorite. So once I had done that, I took from the Banner Days stamp set, I took one of the banners. I decided I wanted to go with the circular floral kind, and I just used my Versamark ink to stamp in the balloons with the Versamark ink. Once I completed that, I just simply took some silver embossing powder, and I thought that silver and purple in the craft paper would pop and really reminded me of New Year and just kind of a new beginning and me going out of my comfort zone a little bit. So that's why I decided to use those colors. So then I went ahead and I put that embossing powder over where I stamped, and then I used my Marvy heat tool, and again, this is where magic happens. You just put the heat tool and heat that up, and then the silver just simply pops. So then I went ahead and from that same stamp set took the number 2, 0, 1, and 8 and did the same thing. I stamped it with the Versamark, and then I used the silver embossing powder to coat that, and then I heat embossed it with my Marvy heat tool, and once again those numbers just simply popped when you heat it. It's like magic, and I've mentioned before, I will keep saying that I can never get tired of watching heat embossing. It's just so cool to me. I also went ahead and fussy cut all the balloons out, and one trick that I love using is I use my blending tool and I go over the edges with the ink that I used to stamp, and this just kind of gives it more of a finished look. I'm not the best at fussy cutting, so I really need that that extra blending technique. So once I had that done, I just simply popped these balloons up and then staggered them onto my background. Then I just went ahead with a gel pen, a white gel pen, and I made some balloon lines as if the balloons were floating into the air. I then decided I wanted to use my Misty to stamp out the sentiment celebrate from Big Time Saying. So I simply did that, and then I also cut this one out. I didn't fussy cut it out. Well, I did fussy cut it. I just didn't cut the letters out. I just did a little rectangular shape. Once I did that, once again, I wanted to ink the edges of this, so I had a plastic background to keep my work surface clean, and then I just simply inked the edges of that and once again pop that up onto the card. And then I decided I wanted to pop this whole card front up onto an A2 size card base. So once again, I just put some 3D foam, double-sided foam, onto the back of this card front, and then I put it onto the card base. And I went with a gray because once again, I wanted the silver to kind of highlight that gray kind of matte silver color. And there you have it, a easy, simple, very quick to put together 2018 New Year card. And if you're anything like me, I missed this year's Christmas card giving. So this year, this is going to be what I'm going to be mailing out, a New Year card instead of Christmas card. I hope all of you are having a wonderful, wonderful season. Happy holidays. Please take some time to spend some time with your family and loved ones and just enjoy it. Enjoy all the food, all the laughter, all the memories. Bye.